Yeah, between this DK and the Lifestealer, so the Legion Commander, yeah, they're going to have the lockdown required.
He might have tough trouble in lane.
Hey, weren't you talking about this?
Yep, Pugna is another hit stuff hero. Except it's on the other team. That's how you get the game even, though. You got to have equal hit stuff to your opponents. But it's a ranged hero. It's a lot of nuke damage.
Does it beat DK mid? Is the blast damage enough to offset the regen?
It's fine. You should be able to outpush him. I would say there's potential for killing DK, yeah.
It's just what you're shoving lanes back and forth, really. In that
you shove it way faster. Pugna is like the best pusher in the game. Like, nevertheless, a 5-second cooldown. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's equal damage, but it also hits towers. And then later on, he's going to have Decrep, which is God tier against Lifestealer. So when he gets open wounds, you just make him immune for 5 seconds or whatever.
Well, I know Purge isn't going to give me a prediction, but do this for me. Who has the, regardless of play skill, but just on the drafts, who has the advantages in the matchups?
I mean, that's what I would have answered anyways.
It's what you wouldn't have answered?
That's what I would have answered anyway.
Okay, perfect. That's what I want you to answer. That's why I asked.
I mean, you got to say Gambit. I don't know about this Pugna pick. I feel like no one's cast any spells anyway. They don't care. They have a Lifestealer. He doesn't give a damn about mid Pugna.
I thought Pugna was, or I thought Gambit was left side, and I was thinking I liked the left
side.
No,
Gambit is
the
right side.
I think I liked the Pangolier draft better.
Oh, you like the Pango?
No, there's so many melee heroes against egg stuff.
They've got nothing to kill the egg. But that Pugna does nothing against the egg.
I just feel like they have enough lockdown on Gambit's side now to deal with the anti-mage, so I'm just not super confident about what the AM can provide. So I guess I would go with Gambit, but I'm not 100% sure.
How does Pangolin win this game? 30 seconds.
I mean, they have the anti-mage. We saw Kuman the other day. He did pull out a great anti-mage performance. They've got the ability to make a lot of pressure happen around the map with the Pugna. He's going to be blasting, pushing waves, creating space for the AM.
Yes,
but
that's what he needs.
I do believe with Kev, though, that the Gambit's lineup's just better.
You got Gambit?
Absolutely. I think this one could be as brutal as game 2.
Right. It's more likely they win.
I'll put some money on the Pango. I got $1 on the Pango, but we'll see. All right, let's get into the games.
Let's do it indeed. We got a Legion Commander. Once again, you were hyping up this hero when we saw him yesterday. It wasn't a support role, but in this case, more of an off-lane LC in the hands of Afterlife, I believe. But you like it here?
Oh, for sure. I think it's a perfect pick. And it also shuts down the hero that I agreed with Purge that Pango needed, which was the Lina. You can't pick that into DK Lifestealer LC. Like, it's just an impossible game. You just get targeted, you die, and that's it. You get a bit of physical damage peel against the duel of the Lifestealer now with the defensive decrep, but I fear for their team fighting ability.
Yeah.
Your CK Illusions get wiped out in one LCQ. You still can't kill Egg or the Ignis Fatus.
Or the Will-O-Wisp, yeah.
Nothing. They're just going to fire you to death.
They don't want a team fight.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty clear on the side of the Pango. They want pickoffs. They want to buy that space for anti-mage. And maybe when he's level 25 and we're 50 minutes into the game, all of a sudden they have an advantage. But yeah, it's going to be a tough grind to get there, it feels like, for the Pango in this game. But we'll see if they can make it happen. Gambit, as far as the bounty rune control goes, it looks like this time it's going to be a 2 for 2. Remember, last game was just absolutely dominating from Gambit. It started with that 4 bounty rune control. Get the even split, immersion. Oof, one more hit and he might have been dead, actually, when he gets out in time. Look at FNG being sneaky. The ward behind, he's waiting for that courier.
I like it. This is one of my favorite game 3 strats. Because you're so distracted by the drafting, by the playing, what you did wrong in either the game you lost, what you did right in the game you won, blah, blah, blah. You forget all of a sudden the little micro mechanics like defending your courier when the 5 position's off the map and bada bing, bada boom.
See ya. There's a salve loss and, well, okay. Slayer commits suicide apparently. I don't know where he did that, to be honest, but he forced to the bottom lane. I think you saw him in the middle of the lane. I think I saw him on the other side of the map, similar to where Kotl was, but I guess Courier wasn't there, so he committed suicide. Won't overthink it.
Yeah, he just used his full mana pool, went to die, TP back.
He is at the bottom lane now, and speaking of TPs, Kotl is going to TP to the top lane, or that was Lifestealer actually TP to the top lane. So we're seeing a bit of a switch up when it comes down to the lanes, some musical lanes you could call it.
I like it.
Pause on top.
I think you definitely don't want Lifestealer against the AM plus tri-lane. Like, you're trying to dodge here, get free farm. LC dumpsters AM in the laning phase. Other heroes do not. Also, I love LC again because it's one of the few heroes that can disable AM even through his Reflect Shield.
Oh, true.
He counterspells your duel, he just ends up dueling you back, so you don't really care.
One of those funky interactions where, yeah, it's reflect. You're not really reflecting anything. So, yeah, that LC proves to be a strong pick on paper, at least. FNG is going to illuminate and get out of the trees.
Yeah, Coddle LC. This is the vintage lane. I remember Hanskin and Jonas fan doing this when they would open with it. They liked it so much, and it's so powerful, especially against these tri-lanes. You just can't really defeat it. They just shove lane into you over and over. You might find a kill here and there, but they're always going to be able to ensure they get creep waves.
Yeah, that's something in the draft that, again, did surprise me. We saw them give up Coddle. Coddle first pick from Gambit. Now they picked CK in response, so that was maybe their plan, I suppose. Not to give them that specific combo, but Keeper the Light himself does plenty throughout the game. So
they have really limited reach, too. I'm sure you have an AM, but I don't know how you kill this Coddle in this game. You can Netherward's very annoying to play against, but at the same time, I don't know if you're really that concerned the way this game is going to go for Gambit. You have the answer for the enemy win condition, and that's always key in ultimately winning the game.
Well, as we are talking about that, we do look at the CS, and right now it's overall favoring the Pango slightly, specifically this anti-mage at the bottom. Having a pretty good time, 12-8 CS. Again, there's been some swapping of the lane, so taking that into consideration. Radiant Courier does just respawn right there. And you see it immediately being used to the middle lane, I'm sure. Pugna is wanting that.
It is nice that there was a DK mid, because Pugna isn't punished nearly as much for the loss of his regen initially. There's nothing DK can do to really pressure Pugna and take advantage of his lack of itemization for this initial 2-minute period, 3-minute period rather.
Yeah.
So it's still a Pugna favored lane at this stage.
Now, those braces going to start adding up though from DK, and he won't be as concerned about that Nether Blast. Laning phase picks up there. In the top lane, Lifestealer 13-5. Again, we saw Lifestealer last game that had to go straight Radiance and a bit of a struggle on the side of the Pango. DeHawk though, that Hannah Midas, and I think I even saw the haste in his inventory there, so we'll probably see the early Hannah Midas at least.
Oh, that's the right choice.
You can get away with it. LC, he's fine. Keeper is just going to push them out. Have a battle off to the side. They still got another minute before the bounty rune, so just trying to deal with that pole camp.
They brought the Phoenix down here now. They left Lifestealer on an island, 1v1.
Yeah, what do we think about that? Lifestealer, I suppose, could manage himself just fine up there.
Yeah, he should still be favored. But both heroes have a way to self-sustain. CK spams crit on Lifestealer. Lifestealer hits the guy with Feast, so it's relatively even. And Phoenix, unfortunately, doesn't really help this bottom lane make plays. He would prefer if he were some kind of stun, but alas, all you can really do is dive forwards. No real pressure onto the AM, even though the core is favored, because you can't actually land that kill.
Oh, speaking of kill, might have our first one here as far as the first blood bounty goes. Immersion indeed is going to fall there. And they're going for LC as well, but never mind. Oh, Frost Blast almost does him in. Afterlife makes it out though.
I don't like Afterlife's build at all. You should have 2 points Q ASAP. You just spam it. You have a Coddle in your lane. And this severely limits his ability to harass. Like, there's been a lot of opportunities where a hero or two is in range of like 4 or 5 creeps. You just spam this Q and win the regen war, but we'll see.
Jeez, the battle. Afterlife was able to get the bounty route, but at what cost for him? He's trying to run away right now. He's got some speed to work with, those overwhelming odds, and it is going to be enough to get out of there. Jeez. That move speed increase.
And straight to the shrine.
You know, for now, he's kind of hiding in the area, so I don't know if if he still thinks he's being chased, possibly, but as we see, that's not the case. So, yeah, that shrine is available. I'm sure we'll see him head over. Look to pop that for the time being, so that bounty ring control almost results in a death, but at least he makes it out. The mid lane bottle's just delivered to Pugna. That's more management now. He's level 6 on top of that. But again, this CS, it is favoring Pugna. 29-8 versus a 22-4 DK.
Yeah, but now it gets more difficult because the DK can threaten a kill with his form popped. And in addition, he can maybe even look to rotate, hit some towers. You gotta be careful.
Well, hitting some heroes down here. Slayer, Frost Shield, he'll be fine. Very passive game, especially considering how the series has been going.
Well, that's what happens when neither team really had stuns.
Oh, there's a stun immersion. Feeling that, press the attacks. Gonna heal, but it is not enough to keep immersion alive. So good find there, and one of the rare kills we've had so far this game.
Yeah, it's gonna be important that Afo Ninja finds a place in this game. You want to try and kill towers, get active early, get the snowball. You have a DK, you got an LC, you want those duels. You want to try and accelerate your Lifestealer, get that Radiance up ASAP so that he can start accelerating himself, really. You don't kill creep waves too quick till that item's picked up.
Yeah. And took the Battle Fury progress. Again, still a bit away. He wants to go Power Treads first, but Kuman, it'll eventually be happening. And yeah, Empire, or see his tag there. But Kuman yesterday, he did play Anti-Mage very well. It was an impressive performance. Clearly a comfortable hero for him. So they can get another similar performance, and the Pango might not be in a bad spot despite what seems to be on paper a bit of an outdraft. Favoring Gambit. Kind of that X factor, right? If he can have a good game and eventually skill into the late game, who knows what can happen. But Lich, his teammate's dying right here. However, he wants that turn kill immersion. Cannot Sunray out. He goes down a 1-for-1 trade so far, but we're not done just yet. In fact, Kuman himself, no blink up, but he's got a wand. He'll pop that and he'll just simply walk away.
Yeah, good turn of events. Get another kill. Gambit's still a slight gold lead, but I think if you're Pango, you're pretty happy with this.
What's the priority for LC as far as that? Does he need that blink ASAP? Or is it kind of similar logic as you were saying last game where you might want that stat-based item first, but, well, whatever it is, it's going to be delayed.
Yeah, indeed. At this point in the game, you might need a faster blink than you'd like, and the benefit of blink is increased just because you have the lifestealer. You want to have that delivery system up and running as soon as possible. So you don't need the damage as much to find kills because you're going to just have this lifestealer pop out, pop rage. But again, the Pugna, if his position's proper, you can always peel, get that decrep on the duel, and that should be enough to save whatever target gets initiated on. So
yeah, that's something we didn't really touch on too much, that decrep how good it is against LC, actually.
Yeah, it really depends. I don't care what he does. I think you can make an argument for both. It's more about, does it link up with his team's theory on how they actually want to play and win the game.
Okay.
So, you know, if DK goes for a blink, maybe you hold your tongue on the LC. Perhaps you all try and scale. Like, when do you want to win the game? When do you think you're strong enough? And this Frost Shield plus AM, man, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's Frost Shield on any hero that can get in your face is, of course, going to be great synergy. And this is even after that nerf that happened. Remember that the slow specifically, it's now only a 20% slow at level 1, a little bit less, but still enough to allow you to just sit on top and secure the kill right there. So, still starting to pick up.
This is the one downside of the Phoenix pick. Yeah, it's another orb that requires multiple attacks to kill, but you don't have a stun. And you can see Zayak is a part of every kill so far. And it's not even complicated. A guy steps out of position bottom, Lich Frost Armors, AM blinks in, boom, that guy's dead. And simple. You don't have that ability on Gambit. It's really only Lifestealer that it has an actual disable. Sure, the DK does too, but he has to stay middle because otherwise Pugna just rolls over, kills that tower before you can blink an eye.
Oh, I heard the Mana Void going off. Sets up a kill on immersion just
like,
south of us.
I don't know why you're like, what's the point of tri-laning here? The Coddle LC would actually be doing better. 2v3 because it ensures the LC gets a level advantage. You want duel. That's how you find kills. But you've effectively just thrown this lane away. And what has Phoenix's impact been? A feed a couple times?
Not what you're looking for.
No.
Level 6 is what you're looking for on Phoenix, and he's trying his darndest to get there. He's level 4 at the top lane, trying to get a kill on Ghostic, but now he might die because of this. And we got to pull in the Infest Life Bomb, though, and Ghostic has to respect that damage. Afterlife goes down elsewhere. That was near the bottom lane. Looks like Pugna rotation ends up killing him. Ghostic, he's still running, though. They're spam pinging. He's like, please, somebody help me. And here comes Naive, sure enough, after he just killed at the bottom lane. He's going to come and try to help his teammate out as they get the banner in from Dahak. Or did he pick it up? No, that was actually Tiny got it in front of him first. So now Dahak is able to walk away, however, and survive. But 2 for 2 banner in, I believe it was. But yeah, killing LC again at the bottom lane. We're starting to see rotations now from Pugna.
This is just
rough start.
Hate to see it. Hate to see it, Break, because you've given AM a free game, a freer than free game. You got paid. You paid this Anti-Mage off, and the counter pick you late pick, the LC, has no game whatsoever. I point towards this Phoenix being bottom instead of pretty much anywhere else on the map. I'd rather him stack jungle than steal XP from the bottom lane.
So it's a mix of that. We talked about the build on LC specifically earlier on in the game. You know, not getting a second point in overwhelming odds earlier on. So a couple of decisions being made that maybe not helping out their cause, but still plenty of game left. You got the boots upgrade on Mr. Phoenix there, at least, the Tranquil boot. So we'll see where he continues to go. But right now he's just camping top lane and might die.
You're still in a fine position, but the key to this game is going to be, can Gambit kill the Pugna? That's what it's all going to come down to. If you want to win fights and you kill the Pugna first, nothing Pango can do will stop you. And Pugna's always going to be squishy, no matter what items he builds for up top. Immersion in some trouble. Waiting to cut through. Zayak pulls aggro. You know where he is, guys. He's down there. You saw him. You know he can't go up there.
They apparently are not fully aware, because I figured they would have just dove him by now, but they're just going to pressure the tower instead. Maybe they think he TP'd out. I don't know. He's just kind of chilling for now. It doesn't have level 6. I mean, at this rate, he's leveling up a little bit as the creeps die, but I don't think he would hit level 6, so no threat there. And yeah, they just take the tower kill. So Immersion soaks some experience, I suppose. But a free tower kill.
Not like they were trying to deny anything as they were pushing, so
yeah.
Getting close to that egg. The Coddle took the tome, so he's got to find his experience organically. Level 9 on the enemy. My God, Kuman is very, very farmed. He's even with the Lifestealer, but later on in this game, AM does always beat Lifestealer. Well, I shouldn't say that. He beats him in the sense that you accelerate faster, but how does a Lifestealer ever kill you, right? But the thing is, you have plenty of disable on Gambit to set up your hard carry to ensure that you actually are able to
specifically the duel. That goes back. That's going to be the biggest thing here, and so that's why LC, it feels like, really does need to step up the game a bit. Yeah, if it wants to come online.
And now at this point, I think you've got to just get that Blink Dagger up and just make yourself useful. It's so simple to play after that. You say, hey, Lifesteal, every time you get Infest, let's go do work. Pugna's going to push this mid tower. You have a TP coming in from Coddle.
Yeah, he's got the Will-O-Wisp. Oh, just pulling them in.
No, kill Pugna.
Can't kill Pugna. Ghosting to the Crep comes out, so Pugna saving his teammate for now. Gets the Phantasm off, again pulled in. Ghostic gonna be dueled up, but no, they kill the LC first! The winner for Ghostic, are you kidding me? That's a turn for the Pango. Not even done just yet. Appanine still wants to man up to Crep on him. The blast coming out with a drain life, and Appanine, he's gonna fall as well. The Pango's playing this so smooth. But yeah, maybe Gambit,
what are you doing, dog? How are you stunning CK? You know he's going to get decrepped. This is Dota 2 101. You've killed a guy that's got 800 HP and the ability to prevent his teammates from dying. You can't go for CK there. Kill the Pugna. Like, you can't tell me he wasn't in range. They were standing on top of each other.
They were both right next to each other.
You got to have better target selection if you're going to win this game. The CK is the lowest net worth core and the only strength hero. Like, ignore him. Who cares?
Yeah. Odds getting a bit closer. It was a bit further out at the beginning of this game, especially with the momentum from Game 2 of Gambit and Mike in the draft. But, of course, coming out of this laning phase right now, Empire, I keep saying Empire because I say Kuman. The Pango feels pretty good. Oh, that's okay. Using the Mana Boy to farm. Scaring him off as well, I guess. But head over to loot.bet if you like those odds. Again, it seems like the Pango, I mean, there's reason to believe that the Pango's feeling pretty good right now about their chances in this game.
Yeah.
It's over $2 you can earn for the $1 you would put in at this point.
I don't mean to, like, harp on these guys too much because both teams are playing pretty well. It's just frustrating to watch as somebody that has played competitive MOBAs for like 7 years. Like, it's the little things that you want to work on as a team at this level. Tier 2, Tier 3, focus on not making mistakes. Try and make it simple and specifically have the right target selection. It's so easy, you know, avoid the unforced errors. Don't make, the game's hard enough as it is, you know what I mean? You make it harder for yourself if you don't outline how exactly you're going to try and take these engagements and win them. And, oh, Afterlife, adios.
Yeah, they just set up perfectly. They had a ward in that area. I don't, something tells me he knew Anti-Mage was at least coming in like that. But either way, clearly didn't see everyone. And the LC struggle continues up down there on the net worth chart as we were pointing out earlier. Again, I didn't notice if he was working on the blink yet, but we are going to see a Shadow Blade on DK coming up shortly.
Just, have we seen Afro Ninja leave his lane? It just feels like he's been sitting mid. This is not how you usually see DKs played. Yeah, he'll have a Shadow Blade soon.
Or Gambit.
Yeah.
They seem off, yeah.
Just weird. And the Pango's definitely comfortable. Yeah, Kuman's new, but he loves his Anti-Mage, and they're playing around him quite well. They know what their win condition is, and specifically how they're playing. You know, already taking over the Dire top jungle. Control that Roche pit area just in case. Ensure your AM gets farmed.
LC running in. First duel, he gave up damage. This duel, well, he's not even gonna, okay, I was gonna say, he might as well, right? Get the damage.
Yeah.
Easy kill there.
Up top though, Pugna. As Purge said, every 5 seconds you spam that.
Another blast.
Yep. Tower's almost dead.
Good damage. Coddle, of course, has the Illuminate spam out of the creep wave, so we'll prevent a bit more from happening. Going to prevent the tower kill at the bottom lane. It looks like Lifestealer's running away. Kuman, Mana Void wouldn't necessarily do the most damage. And Hawk will just dance it off for now. Okay, the Frost Shield may change things, though. Yeah, he's going to... Okay, the Mana Void as he popped the wand, though, so not really any damage coming out. Even if he has no mana there, though, it's not nearly enough. So Dahak does ultimately survive. 3,500 gold saved up. He had the Hand of Midas, so his Radiance is coming.
I like that Ghost Stick goes for one as well. It'll ensure he continues to accelerate in this game. And, you know, depending on what item the LC goes for, I think it's going to be that Rushed Blink. Ooh. This means that at a certain point, CK is going to have a lot more items. You know, it'll take some time, 30+ minutes into this game, but you can trust that CK will not end this game if his team wins at that 5th position in net worth.
There's the Shadow Blade initiation as Afterlife is picked off. That looks like at the top side of the map, at the bottom side, Ghost Stick. They're going to find him. Infest Bomb. Little does he know, it's a coming. So no chance for Ghost Stick to escape here. No Phantasm or anything like that. Simply will just be dead. 4 heroes coming together, so it ends up being a 1-for-1 when you really look at it.
But it's rather empty for Gambit because they're going to lose this top tower. And they also traded their offlaner. So yeah, it's okay. I like this. He's trying to ensure he gets the last hit. You get more gold. Yeah. You get more gold as a team when your towers are last hit by heroes. So it is always more efficient to get that last hit. And he ensures that that happens. That's some high-level Dotes right there, man. The little details.
It really is. That's it's impressive stuff. And it's NaVi. He's more of this safe lane player usually, but mid lane Kuman, talk about a big kill potentially, but he ain't easy to kill. As he just simply blinks away and he goes back to farming. And
that's the downside of that kill bottom, right? Because mid should be a kill. We miss another up top.
Afterlife is dead again,
Yeah.
Has his blink now.
Yeah, when the 4-position Tiny beats your offlane LC to blink,
yeah, that's not good.
You've got issues.
But as you're talking, that's going to be a continuing theme throughout this game, it feels like, with Anti-Mage.
Yep.
It's getting away. Mana Void again to farm. He's not getting it for kills right now, so why not? Enhances his farm that much more, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a whole 1.5 seconds, Breaky. That adds up over time.
Yeah. God, LC, does LC really not have the blink yet? I guess, I don't think she does. She must be really close, but it's been like 3 deaths in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Keeps slowing her down.
Yeah, I'm not liking Gambit's chances so far. You're one playmaker. DK is the only one really in this game, right? But because the LC's so far behind, he's forced into this position where he's got to constantly make plays. And you can see his net worth he's going to keep falling down the ranks. He's only 1,000 ahead of this offlane CK that's got a Midas in comparison to his Shadow Blade. He's got to waste way too much time just trying to find kills because no one else on his team can. And right now, no one else is really able to pick up that slack amongst the creep wave. The supports can kill creeps, that's nice, but they kind of feed this game.
They do have a Radiance now on Lifestealer, so we can't forget about that.
Yep.
Dahak feeling good about what he's bringing to the table there, of course, and might need to go to the bottom lane.
The other benefit of the Pango lineup is how easy it is for them to siege buildings. They don't need to commit too hard. Spam the illusions come out, spam some Nether Blasts.
Pugna's good. Okay, they have an A. We haven't seen one yet.
There it is.
See the zaps coming out of the duel on top of the Anti-Mage, on top of the Supernova. So this is that combo that they're looking for. The damage though with the Decrep coming out is not enough. They lose Tiny after the side, but they blew everything. Naive, he does get hit by the Supernova. The Will-O-Wisp continues to pull him in, so Naive could still be in trouble. Another Decrep, he's going for the TP. Naive is not enough. 3-kill streak stopper. They didn't get the main target, but they do get Pugna. I would call that pretty successful for Gambit.
Yep, nice team fight.
Jeez. These odds are swinging, man.
Yeah, I think a little bit of that is on Ghost Stick. You're going to look to take this fight. Scout out with your illusions. Don't just send them mindlessly at the tower.
Yeah.
Delta split. Try and get some information. The only way Gambit wins fights right now is if they find those flawless initiations. You make it easy for the egg to go off, and sure, you save the Anti-Mage, but you can't win when egg goes down, the Foolish Fire goes down, and one of your targets is already disabled. Makes it so that you have to play purely defensively. You're going to lose heroes along the way if that's the hole you're forced into. And as you said, the Radiance, it totally changes Gambit's abilities to take fights.
As I saw on your screen there shortly after that fight, the odds again shifting quite a bit more in favor right now of the Pango, but Gambit winning a decent fight there and might get something out of this. Zayak, he's going to burn down. No, about 20 life and manages to live. Mana Void up top. We got Phoenix. Immersion gets caught. The Fire Spirit slowing things down a bit, but not enough. And they'll lose Phoenix.
Yeah, that's always the tower advantage. I mean, yeah, it's only 4K gold. That's all towers for the most part. 3 is the advantage so far for Pango, and could become a 4th if they're able to get pressure off into this mid lane. DK looks like he might initiate.
Oh, Anti-Mage is one manning up on him currently, so no mana left for Affinage, and going to keep running his Empire. Pop drums. But nice blink away from DK.
You can see they're just abusing their mobility now. This is how you want to play. Keep AM aggressive, play aggressively, but don't look to ever force into Gambit, because we've seen just how strong they can be if they're able to initiate on you and then immediately take a fight in, I guess, like if they can create a Thunderdome that you're now forced to enter in order to save an ally.
With the Nova, the Will-O-Wisps,
They're trying to go back to the Revolutionary War. You know, walk at us, we'll walk at you, and we'll fight it out like men. But, you know, if you're Pango, you're trying to stick to the guerrilla style. Skirmishes, hit and run.
Yeah.
Find pickoffs, perhaps. You don't have a support with that huge team fight change. And, you know, Gambit, you do have that lack of playmaking ability on your support duo. But now, especially if this Roche ever becomes an objective, you have a lot more power than the enemy support duo.
Lincoln's a pretty important item in this game, it does seem like, and you're against an LC, and NaVi is building one right now.
Yep.
On Pugna. It's also the fact, you know, he could throw that up onto Anti-Mage.
You can throw it up from long distances, which is one of the benefits of the Aether Lens. You saw how far that decrep could be cast. He'll need a BKB at some point. I actually think he might want that even after the Lincolns. Dagon isn't so bad. Dagon's pretty bad. I don't know what you want on Pugna. I like it. I think Thompson might still be going for a Blink Dagon, but once you get that Force Staff, I think going pure defensive is the way to go. Like, not even defensive necessarily, but it'll help your teammates.
Yeah.
Or you can. It's up to you. Depends on how selfishly you want to play.
Lotus Orb is another item that comes to mind. There's plenty to dispel here, and if you're kind of playing that style, you know, could be a possibility down the line. So, in fact, oh no, that wasn't. Lifestealer pushing out bottom. The Anti-Mage is starting to get a little bit of a gap, though, when it comes to the farm. About a 2,000 net worth lead over Lifestealer currently. You see what he's building. His own Lincolns, in fact. So Pugna's going to have one as well as the Anti-Mage. Really addressing specifically that LC. And I guess you could even look at like a Dragon Tail stun from DK, you know, jumping in, getting that stun off, of course, important too. So have a couple of abilities that the Lincolns will be useful for.
Not many ways to cancel it on Gambit either. No. Look at how valuable the direct target abilities are. It's open wounds, DK stun duel. Yeah, you don't really have much cancel power, yeah.
Heaven's Halberd on LC, that's why that would be, you know, pretty popular item, or we usually do see it, but I don't think he was even building again. He's so far behind.
Exactly. Maybe he'll have that by game 4. I think if you're AM, yeah, but he's going to go Lincolns too. This is great. This is something NIP is really good at, as is VP. If you're going to get the 1 Lincolns, try to get 2, because it makes it incredibly difficult to deal with, and you have these weird interactions where, like, I put my Lincolns on you, but mine starts cooling down. So you have double Lincolns.
Okay.
I'm effectively using my cooldown, so I get more off as these team fights develop.
Well, NaVi doesn't have Lincolns yet, but he's got a Frost Shield, and as well as plenty of teammate support. Now Afterlife going to get completely dominated. One of those words I was looking for. As
you got to kill the Pugna, but that becomes progressively more and more difficult as the game continues. Your only source of sustained damage output in teamfights right now is the Lifestealer, and he's going Radiance Manta. That is not the max DPS build that Matumba Man popularized. You know, Echo Sabers, Desos, etc. They go again on Pugna.
Saw what happened last time. Naive, are you kidding me? He's going to survive once again. Puts down the ward. Afanage now having to respect Chaos Knight, but the Will-O-Wisp pulling him back in. Immersion, though, gets turned on. He pops a Supernova as a result, but that egg ain't living. It's dying quickly. Afanage, now he's caught by Kuman. He cannot get away. The Mana Boy finishes off the job. It just continues to be better and better right now for the Pango. Illuminate from FNG, and he's going to TP on out to Hawk, still in the area. Yeah, FNG cancels his TP.
Nice, and I love this from Zayak. Great awareness, immediately beelines toward top. He'll be able to grab 1 bounty rune, will lose the 1 above, but they get 3. And this late in the game, you can see plus 90 per teammate. That gold lead just went from 4 to 7 all of a sudden, and AM's already on that bot tier 2 as well.
Yeah.
Lincoln's finished. How do you kill him now? You need both initiators here immediately.
I mean, Pugna lived last fight. Okay, that's the classic. I'm going to walk out of nowhere and just deny the turn. And he doesn't even care. It's the greatest thing.
Well, Lincoln's, you're so safe now. Because if your Lincolns gets popped, you can just immediately know I have to Manta Blink away. And it's very tough to take him out unless you coordinate near flawlessly. Not to mention if the DK counterspells or gets a stun counterspell, it doesn't even pop the Lincoln, so then the duel would be canceled.
This Lifestealer, as farmed as he continues to be this game, it feels underwhelming. It doesn't feel like he's accomplishing a whole lot.
His itemization thus far has just become more ahead. The problem is his team just doesn't have sustained damage output. LCDK, these are not heroes that scale well, especially when they're forced to itemize solely for initiation because the rest of the team has none. Straight into the pit.
So Pugna finished an Aeon disc instead of
toss
going
back,
Lincoln. Says
beautiful.
there's a toss afterlife. Are you kidding me? Gets caught, decimated right there. Decrep Netherblast will do that. They do lose Tiny though, so it ends up being a trade.
That was a bit of a miscue there by the Pugna. I think if they talk that through a little bit better, you're just going to force staff Zayak down the hill after the toss back. But that's that's the difference between tier 1, tier 2 squads. They're thinking about the kill, but they aren't exactly coming up with a retreat plan to go with it. So the retreat cost is paid by the Tiny.
And that's even more than that because no Roshan.
Yep.
They were doing Roshan during that, and of course with losing a teammate as well, not as comfortable.
You're cool with it though. You want Phantasm up before you engage, and as we've discussed, those the supports of Gambit, fighting them around choke points is difficult.
Yeah.
You just don't want to do it. So now that you know they're in the area, you've lost your primary initiation. Just chill. And Mjolnir is going to be the next item on Tekcac, but again, he'll get there, but he still just doesn't have that raw single target DPS.
He needs an Abyssal Blade, I feel like he needs that lockdown to help with Anti-Mage, if anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
with
it.
the Lincolns, but he has a way to take it off himself.
Hard to say. Hard to say, really. It's a tough game, and I don't play Lifestealer enough to know what would be ideal here. I like the Aeon disc on the Pugna, though. You want long fights, right? Live through the spell combos. Don't get immediately burst down and try and kite through the big ults of the supports. And Aeon disc does just that for you, along with the status resist, which was buffed in the previous patch. Means that all the disables, the open wounds, the stuns last for a shorter duration.
And we are going to see the Lotus Orb on Tiny. So again, that's talk about utility. It doesn't come out on Pugna. Tiny's able to pick one up though. You'll gladly take that. So
you see the AM factor where like the rest of his team just clumps together, ensures that they're not able to be initiated upon, as AM just cleans up side lanes. So there's always more pressure on Gambit to act fast because Anti-Mage can just clear a wave immediately.
Yeah.
And like, as you saw before, he was even in the base killing creeps, and that bottom wave is still pressuring for them. It's all the way up near that tier 2 area. They're going to smoke, look for a fight.
We're engaging
going
here.
Up a high ground and going back down.
That was very close. I don't think they realized how close they truly were there, but
I've sang this song before. I remember all the way back at DAC, my first LAN. Just the nursery rhyme every pro Dota player knows and loves. Don't walk up the high ground with no vision. It's the easiest way to lose it.
Oh, I was enjoying that. I was go dancing along.
I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not gonna sing it.
It's got a southern accent going on. That's
it's sung to the tune of Mike Wazowski's song in Monsters Inc.
Oh, okay. You love that movie. You reference that movie a lot.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
I honestly have never seen Monsters Inc.
Oh my.
So is this cast done? We're doing Roshan.
LC versus CK, by the way. That's why you pick it. All his illusions are dead.
And so Ghostic's like, where's my friends? Gets a Frost Shield, a Supernova, but they're already retreating. Ghostic is still in trouble, though. Might end up dying to the Lifestealer burn, yes.
Man, Pugna should be healing him there like way earlier. Naive's got to be more on the ball. That's two teammates thus far I've seen these last couple engagements he could have saved. And he will be the reason that Pango win or lose this game. He's got to turn it on.
Again, not usually a mid-player before this event, so I wonder if that's a bit of the change. But
Zayak, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's a completely lost spot. He's up here. He jumped in somewhat, but there's plenty of response. He was in a bad spot indeed. Chain Frost coming out, though, but now Slayer's caught by the LC. Decrep will save him for now, and it keeps him at least from the dual damage, but he does go down. Kuman in the midst of it. Will-O-Wisp thrown down. He has to blink out, but now Kuman's in trouble. They're going one by one. What's happening from the Pango? He's out for 90 seconds. Gambit's capitalizing big time, and they're going to chase after Naive. Nope, maybe make it go. So they're going after several different situations here. Not sure who they're going to ultimately chase down in the end, but Ghostic, he's the one that seems like he's going to be dying. Dahak sitting on top, another open wounds eventually to come.
Oh, nice. Nice purge on the stun, yeah. That was, what's Pango doing?
Yeah.
They got, you know what, they got caught between decisions because AM was looking to take bottom bounties, TP take top bounties. Zayak was looking to like stay in the pit, maybe take a team fight here, but they make a call to be more defensive and posture around, and they just get exposed. Kuman as well blinked. He kills the Ignis Fatuus, but then just dies. Like, his blink was shorter range than it had to be. You blink high ground, you're going to be totally fine there. Just poorly played. And so far in this tournament, it really just comes down to who makes fewer mistakes. And, oh, Zayak, what the?
I saw Tiny there, and I'm like, he's going to go for a steal. Then it happened. I was like, oh, he just gave up. And he jumped in like 2 seconds later.
And then they give him the tip. A perfect gift on this day before Valentine's. What do you do at this point? You've tossed away your entire advantage.
That's not gonna feel good for the Pango, but no, shake it off. That's what I would be telling him if I was the coach right now, I suppose. But you look at the odds. I mean, it still favors the Pango, but something tells me that was just prior to what just happened at the Roshan fight. I mean, currently, it's if those are the odds currently, those are pretty good to take advantage of, favoring Gambit quite a bit. I mean, they have a lead now. And that was 2.75 for every $1, I think it said. So, yeah, that's pretty good. The Lifestealer, Mjolnir finishing full. Going to go for that top tier 2.
And now he is a problem.
Yeah.
And you have enough threat on the rest of Gambit's heroes that AM has to play far more conservatively. Buys the MKB as well. I feel like BKB would have been better in this game. I understand it's mostly to deal with the mischance from the Radiance and the Halberds that'll come out, but...
Oh, LC. Okay, he dueled up Naive, it looks like. Chain Frost bouncing around. They're going to lose Slayer, though, and they lose Naive. Yeah. That LC initiation was pretty baller.
They're just playing better. Much better. Pango's getting exposed around the map. Doesn't feel like... Yeah, I mean, it's the Roche fight, right? How many times we see games determined by who wins those critical engagements?
Yeah, it's amazing just the complete swing in this game. Now, to be fair, we always knew starting in the game, I mean, the draft seemed like it favored Gambit, so it's a mix of that kicking in too, I'm sure, but you could just tell just the play style, the thinking, the mental state, however you want to put it, of the Pango specifically. It's something's changed. And
it's so easy for Gambit to play this game now because all your off-lane LC has to do, who cares about his start? He is a BKB. Blink in, find Naive, duel him. If you can do that, you're winning the fight. Because you just place it's like Treasure Island. There's an X on the map now. Dive through, land egg there, put the coddle fire down, and just say, dare Pango to try and save their Pugna, who, and again, they don't really even have tools to do so, because he's their real save with the D-Crab. I think this is great. You show the Lifestealer mid, but they go hunt with the other heroes. Might be able to find AM, but he will get scanned out.
Yeah, I was going to say, they got scanned, so not going to happen. At least you wouldn't think so. He's still farming that bottom creep wave, being a bit extra greedy as Kuman, but he blinks forward. And he's good to go. So Lifestealer, join in with the rest of the team, but he also had like 4,000 gold saved up, by the way, and AC coming soon. Kuman, ooh, close call. Talk about confidence here.
Yeah, for real.
Eventually he'll TP out. So he's fine, but yeah, an Assault Cuirass is going to be coming soon for Lifestealer if he continues for what he was building. Basher picked up an Anti-Mage, though. Seeing that late game AM starting to come into effect.
It's all just kill the Pug. Okay. This will be a tough win for Pango if they can pull it out. Bounty runes will spawn in 30 seconds. I think if I'm Gambit here, I'd like to try and ensure I control at least 3. And if not, I'm taking a fight. Because right now you've got Aegis, you want to use it. Be aggressive. The bottom lane is shoved in. So AM might be able to get the bottom bounties, but you've got a beeline for these top ones right now. And they will.
AM's also the closest to level 25. He's 24, almost there. His talents this game don't seem like they're going to be too overwhelming, though. I would assume maybe the counterspell. The Mana Void doesn't seem like it's doing a lot. And the counterspell mitigates some damage, but...
And they're hunting. They found Naive, it looks like. Got Blinding Lighted back. Will they be able to catch is the question. Oh, they didn't get no damage off, so he was able to blink away.
And there you go. Does get the counterspell magic resistance at 25. Yeah, Pugna survives, so can't catch him there. But you could just, again, you can see the dominant map control right now from Gambit. Although you'll have the Kuman anti-mage effect. He's going to constantly be split pushing. It's a matter of can Gambit address that enough. Or do they need to? You know, they still have the Aegis. Could they just, I suppose, pressure tier 3 themselves now?
As long as they keep cutting 2 waves, they are farming more of the map, but I would like to see them use the Aegis. They want the AC on Lifestealer first. It's a big item here. We'll see.
Oh, geez. Loot.bet, it still favors the Pango by quite a bit, and I guess that's the anti-mage effect? I don't know, honestly. That seems like a bit skewed the other way than I would have figured. But
yeah, if those odds were reversed, I'd agree with them.
Exactly, yeah, the same way. But if that's the case, head over to Loot.bet and you can take advantage of what's going on right there, if you like. But yeah, right now this is game 3. So again, winner, they move on to what's the semifinals of the upper bracket, and loser will be knocked down to that double elimination portion of the lowers. Playing a best of one. In fact, I think actually the loser of this plays the very next series that we have coming up. So, gonna have to get right into it. Shake it off.
That's gonna be a tough ask for whoever loses this.
Yeah, this is
long series, longest of the tournament thus far, easily.
Yeah. What the hell are we looking at there? Going through some ball of light. It's been a fun tournament so far, but, you know, at the same time, you know, not to oversell it. We've had some fairly one-sided matches throughout. We had a lot of 2-0s, but today, again, we do get a game 3. But things are going to start picking up in this event. We got some big matchups already. Alliance versus NaVi. Our first semifinal. That's a couple days, I believe, from now. That'll be taking place. But, of course, we get to see NIP debut later today.
Versus Vega, right? No, Vega lost.
They play Empire. That's right. They play Empire.
So NIP versus NaVi or Alliance.
Eventually, yeah. We could get to that point. Well, so, and that's a quarterfinals match. So, yeah, NIP, the winner of that series, will play the winner of this series. And then the winner of that will then eventually play the winner of NaVi Alliance. You know, it all works out in the end. We got some big matches, though. Coming is the point. Alliance right now actually playing in the minor qualifiers against OG.
I think they're down 2-0 already.
Is it 2-0?
Yeah, but OG is pretty tough to take down in BO5s. They've got a lot of experience, and I'm sure they've just out-prepped Alliance. They do that to every team. And,
yeah.
You know, credit to Papasarel, No Tail, Seb, some of the best strategists in Dota.
Papasarel? Who's that?
The coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Papasarel.
TIL.
Nice guy. He was the coach of C9 at TI5. Coached OG during their big win this past TI.
Oh, okay. Lotus Orb almost finished for Tiny. As we're back into game number 3. Bottom lane, they're pinging out Lifesteal. He is by himself. The Bash Proc first hit. That's a way to start. He does get the Rage off, though, as the Avalanche comes in, and they're not able to finish the job. A little bit of an opening for the Pango, but unable to capitalize with it. And Lifestealer just simply falls back. He's getting close to 25 himself. I'm not as familiar about the 25 counts off the top of my head for Lifestealer, but we'll see what he goes. I think it's like a Rage duration is one. Something else.
Yeah, I believe so. 2 seconds.
Yeah, I think it's like a 2-second, and then, yeah, I forget what the other one is, though. We'll see here eventually.
He just fades. You see the line drawn? They have actually circled twice. That's a Venn diagram that includes both options. They do find the whole 5-man roster. Ward's placed behind them, but I don't know if that'll count for too much. I'd like to see both teams pick up a gem. No reason to allow enemies to put down this much vision on your side of the map.
Yeah, when you get to a point, this point of the game especially, it seems like a powerful item to have. There's the AC.
I Gambit, I don't want to say it's hard to point at to how they could have done this better because of the annoyance they've had with Kuman's AM, but you got to think that they were in this position where they had a game-winning advantage. If they could just force a fight, get onto the objectives, and it's been squandered. You're going to have to now win another team fight, and it's going to probably be in the Roche pit in a few minutes. And until then, you know, you've just let the game equalize, you know, and all of a sudden you can very easily lose, whereas previously all you had to do was get a fight. Now you need the right fight.
Well, Lifestealer with the AC and especially all the attack speed that he has now between that and the Mjolnir, I was going to say he's great at hitting objectives now, unlike before. So Frost Shield helping. Kuman's here, so they're not cutting the creep wave or anything. Going to do a fight. First hit bash once again, but simply pops Rage and walks it off.
I think you can kill that tier 3. Like, what? How are they going to kill you? You know, he has an 8-second Rage. Just, if you get CK stunned, dispel it, spam Sunray, spam Rage, just hit the building. You've got Gem. You got D wards gone. I know you're gonna have to cut top now, but like, just get that point where you have a 30-second lead on the creep wave that Animage is pushing with, and just go. Just make things happen. You know, pop Manta mid lane and cut 2 waves or something. Get yourself that equilibrium shift and just go. Like, Gambit, you've got this. Just make it happen. And Ghost Stick, you don't got this, bro. What is? Oh, no pop. Phantasm.
No, he's gonna pop it. He's gonna pop it and go for the turn, but unfortunately, he's gonna die instead. That was the idea. So he's out for 65, but again, even if he buys back, no Phantasm threat.
No,
That definitely
look,
changes.
Stop chasing, folks. Just go. Oh,
Well, the catch and bash. Does he have a bash yet? No, he is building it, but
just get in the base. Like you're losing time now. You can see AM already rushing straight towards top. You've got a bit of a lead, but I would like to see them not waste that 20 seconds chasing that other kill. I mean, if you get it, I suppose it's worth, but hindsight's 20/20.
you see Lich is kind of trying to cut the bottom lane. He actually missed that creep wave right there, but he's going to go get a TP and join eventually. Zayak, the toss back has, who was it? That was DK, I believe, over to the left. Oh, we'll never find out. There we go. He's in the Elder Dragon form. He's got somebody down here trapped, and Kuman, I believe it was. He just simply blinks out, gets away from the Will-O-Wisp. That was
doing a great job, just kiting, wasting abilities. Gambit doesn't look like they'll be able to finish this Rax. They got to commit harder.
Yeah, not the tier 3, but as you're getting at earlier, it just seems like Gambit's a little hesitant. They are able to finish it off, though. They get the melee Rax, pop the rage, and eventually will fall back. Goes back to the CK kill. He didn't fight back the whole time, but again, even if he did, no Phantasm, not nearly as much of a threat. And that's 5,000 more gold on Lifestealer, by the way, so he is definitely going to at least have a basher by the time another fight breaks out.
Well played by both teams, really. Gambit get what they came for, clear out the Rax. They'll take the Shrine and both bottom bounties, but you know, kudos to Pango. They're 4-on-5, and they didn't lose more. They lost no heroes. They're even going to collect half the bounties that spawn. That's critical this late in the game. And it sets them up for another big engagement in Roche. But Gambit, like, guys, don't tell me you're going to let him Roche it for free.
This was a very fast Roshan. It's like a 30-second Roshan, by the way.
Either way, like,
so
you killed the Shrine. Why are you running back into your own jungle to farm creeps? Go to Roche. This could be huge. You don't have the Coddle ult, remember?
Kuman, he's going for the big burst on immersion, but the Glimmer Cape as well as the Blinding Light is going to allow for the Supernova at least, so he's good for now. That's to blink out. They cannot kill the A. Ghostic. He gets dueled up. He's dead as well. They picked off Tiny, and so not only do they stop Roshan, but they are likely going to try to take it for themselves now. You would figure at least as, well, maybe get one more kill. They're going to take out Slayer, and so they make it 3, and yeah, now they're picking out Roshan. They are going to secure it.
Well played.
It was close. I mean, it took a little bit longer than maybe you expected, but they eventually got there. Yeah, that Glimmer Cape and the Blinding Light save on Phoenix kind of changed it.
The egg, you just can't kill the egg in the late game.
Oh, kills FNG, but he's now has to deal with what's up with the Roshan kill, immersion. He's kiting around the best he can. Icarus dive in a second.
Oh, no.
Didn't get the right one. And Kuman gets out, so distraction, I suppose. And he's going to have a butterfly finished on Anti-Mage. Another tool that'll help, but when it comes together for Gambit, all the cooldowns are ready. They can now push once again with the Aegis, and you'd figure it's going to be able to do some good damage now.
Yeah, they're in a winning position for sure. They just have to not throw, get that fight, get to the enemy base.
AM doesn't have boots, I just noticed that, so he actually got rid of his boots for the butterfly.
Yeah, they need damage output. You can see Ghostic, even though he did get that Midas early, just really isn't. You don't do enough now that Lifestealer's this farmed with effectively a BKB every 16 seconds. Nice.
This is, I don't think he has a buyback. Yeah, no, he doesn't. This is it even a kill though? Oh my god.
There's no Lifestealer doing damage yet. Oh!
Oh, the Will-O-Wisp! Okay, he actually gets out. Jesus. He just lived through a full duel and everyone beating on other than really Lifestealer, which is the big miss.
That's what we call Frost Armor.
Frost Armor, you got the Chain Frost bouncing around, but they do kill Slayer. Okay, I mean, Anti-Mage live again. He did not have a buyback, so talk about very critical.
See, the thing is, Gambit, they've got to be better about.
Oh, Will-O-Wisp is not ready. That's a big cooldown. They do have Supernova though, and they are gonna just back it off though. They do seem a little, again, a bit scared. Not want to overdo it. Instead, they're gonna go for the top shrine.
I don't know what there is to be scared of. Your creep wave's in a great position. You've got Aegis. Make the move. I suppose they're waiting for the Will-O-Wisp. I can respect that. We've seen just how important it is in these engagements. And to be fair, the previous game, they didn't have it. They took a fight through a little bit, but we're still able to close out that game just due to how.
Stun coming out of the back lines. It looks like that's DK dropping quickly. Will-O-Wisp saving initially. However, DK's still alive. They picked up Slayer, and Alpinine's able to get his Elder Dragon form off. The Supernova as well. Anti-Mage had to get out before finishing the job. Ghostic, meanwhile, locked down the whole time. No Phantasm or anything like that. It came up in 2 seconds, but he's dead. He ain't buying back either. He's out for 70 seconds. Doesn't have enough gold to do so.
And that does appear like it might be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah. Just simply not enough firepower from the Radiant squad. In fact, Kuman gets caught. The duel's up. He does.
I'm going to back off for bounties now.
So he's going to stick in the game.
Yeah, it's again just, they're strong. Might look like they could just close out, but they don't have the Coddle ult, they don't have duel, they don't have DK form. So it's difficult for them to actually find kills when you consider how much peel and poke Pango has to defend their base. So coming up in just a second, they're going to look to move now. They can find a kill on Pugna, and yep, he's going to die.
Up, up.
Yeah, he's up there.
Up.
Yeah,
there we go. Well, he ain't going to die. He gets away. Lotus Orb looks like helps the Pango. 2-1.
Yep. Clean. Ish. I think
yeah, it's clean.
And both teams got a lot to work on. I think that they certainly are draft dependent. I think that that's the tell of this tournament so far.
Yeah.